Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillahi wa kafa, wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina al-Mustafa, sallallahu alayhi wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa baraka wa sallama tasliman kathira. Amma ba'd, faqad qala Allahu tabaraka wa ta'ala fil Qur'an al-Majid. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الدين عند الله الإسلام صدق الله العظيم. Alhamdulillah, with the fazl karam and ihsan of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we find ourselves once again on a Mubarak day of Jumu'ah, and we are fast approaching the days of Hajj. Hujjaj are getting ready. Wherever you go, you get some good news that certain person got accredited, and we make dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for all those that are proceeding for Hajj. Allah ta'ala accept their Hajj, make it maqbool, mabrur, and Allah ta'ala make them true ambassadors of the Ummah. They will go there and they will plead the case of the Ummah in front of the Baytullah and all the different places where du'as are accepted, especially on the day of Arafah. This whole journey of Hajj is actually a journey of love, a journey of Iman. Those very same places, if a person is to go at some other time in the year, is deserted. You can carry out all the manasik of Hajj so easily and perfectly. But Allah Ta'ala doesn't want it like that. Allah Ta'ala wants everybody must come on those days. With the big crowds, everybody doing the same thing, everybody trying to please Allah Ta'ala. Whatever is Allah's hukam, everybody is trying to fulfill that. Whatever the manasik are, everybody is checking how they can do it. So it is a journey of love, a journey of Iman. Only a believer would do this. So this Iman that we have is the greatest thing that Allah has given us. Allah has given us many, many bounties, but everything fades away if we don't have Iman. Person doesn't have Iman, can have everything else going for him or her, but if there is no Iman, it's like a person got nothing. And if a person, from a material point of view, financial point of view, he doesn't really have much, maybe even physically, his body has got many ailments, many sicknesses, maybe even appearance, if he is, I'm not too good looking, all of that, but if he got Iman, he got everything. So shaitan, obviously, he wants to see how to snatch people's Iman, how people can lose their Iman. And shaitan has got agents in the dunya. And one of the mastermind plan of shaitan is what is known as Shiasm. Shiasm. If you have to really study Shiasm, not that it's anything to study, you should rather study something else beneficial, but if you have to check up the history of the Shiasm, then this whole thing started with a Jew boy. One Jewish person, he had a lot of hatred for Islam. As the Jews, they got a lot of hatred. How we know that they got hatred for Islam? Because Allah Ta'ala tells us, لَتَجِدَنَّ أَشَدَّ النَّاسِ عَدَاوَةً لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا الْيَهُودِ وَالَّذِينَ أَشْرَكُوا. The Jews and the idolaters, they have got the most enmity for believers. So that's how we know, because Allah is telling us that they got enmity. And the Jews, you see, قَدْ بَدَتِ الْبَغْضَاءُ مِنْ أَفْوَاهِهِمْ وَمَا تُخْفِي صُدُورُهُمْ أَكْبَرُ. their enmity has become apparent on their tongues, but what they conceal in their hearts is worse. Now the Shias are just like that. Outwardly, whatever enmity they show, but what their hearts conceal is even worse. So this whole thing, if you have to go back in time, you will find that this person, where this whole Shiism thing started, it was burning him that Islam is now on the rise. Fateh Makkah had taken place. Muslims, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam passed away shortly after that. Then Muslims now, the borders of Muslim lands are expanding. Muslims are living in peace. So much Islam is flourishing. Hazrat Umar Nanu's time now, masajid are being built, madrasas are being built, postal service is put into place, governors are put into place. Islam is on the rise. This thing is burning him. He can't take it. So he's sitting and he's plotting with the aid of the devil. The devil is giving him devilish inspiration, for want of a better word. More devilish deviation giving. And then in the time of Sayyidina Uthman radiyallahu anh, he hatches his plot. Now it's a long history, I can't go into the details, but what I want, just the point why I'm mentioning this to you is this person was a Jewish person. So you will find many of the, can't call it beliefs because there's no belief, doctrines or whatever of this Shiism. There's a lot of similarities with the Jews. The concepts in Shiism and the concepts in the man-made Judaism. One is the deen that Sayyidina Musa alayhi salatu wasalam had brought. That was pure. It was the deen of Tawheed. Scriptures, they subtracted, they added, they did their own thing. And they made a man-made religion for themselves. So the concepts in that and the concepts in Shiism, you won't find any other similarity in any other ism. You'll find the similarities in the Shiism and this man-made Judaism. Because it came from there. If you really study it, you will realize that this, what is called Shiism, is actually an ism that was made in the laboratories of the Jews as a chemical weapon to try and destroy the Muslims from within. If you have to put it simply, this is what it is. Now how it comes across now in today's time, they say, no man, Sunni, Shia, bye. I say, no, we're all brothers, man. If you study history, you will always find that the Shia, whenever they never had any strength, they never had any numbers, they never had any influence, they always played the sympathy card. But we all brothers, just that we got love for Ahlul Bayt, nothing, we all one. But the moment they get the upper hand, then you see their animosity, their hate for a Muslim. Because it's a brainchild of a Jew. So they hide that hatred inside until they got the upper hand. When they got the upper hand, then you see how that filth comes out of them. Now, unfortunately, globally and also locally, nationally, internationally, one is all this Abrahamic Accord, right? That's going now even, worse. No, all the religions. How can it be? Allah is telling us, Inna deena indallahi Islam. There's only one deen in the sight of Allah Ta'ala, and that is Islam. So all these Abrahamic Accords and all these funny things, Allah Ta'ala protect us from it. Allah keep us firm on our iman. Then from within you get this poison called Shiism. Right? So what they say, one is, as I told you, they'll say, no, bye, we're all brothers, and we're following the same deen. The other thing they do is they say that, look, yeah, we are Shia, but we don't subscribe to that. And we don't subscribe to this belief. And we don't, all the beliefs that are of kufr. Right? Like for example, their kalima is different. Right? Their kalima is different from our kalima. Then they read namaz differently. From how we read namaz, they don't read namaz like that. Right? According to them, the Quran Sharif is incomplete. Right? I don't know where the Imam Sahib went away in the cave. He's not coming out from the cave, bichara. They say he got the other 10 siparas by him, he's not coming. The Quran is supposed to have 40 paras. Now what kind of Imam is that he is ducking in the cave? So according to them, the Quran Sharif is incomplete. According to them, they swear Sayyidina Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu. Allah is mentioning Sayyidina Abu Bakr now in the Quran Sharif. إِذْ هُمَا فِي الْغَارِ إِذْ يَقُولُ لِصَاحِبِهِ لَا تَحْزَنْ إِنَّ اللَّهَ مَعَنَا. Allah is talking about Abu Bakr now in the Quran Sharif. And these people swear Sayyidina Abu Bakr now. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, I've paid back everyone. Whoever did me any favors in the dunya, I paid back everyone. Besides Abu Bakr. Besides Abu Bakr now. Him Allah only. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam is saying people will enter this door of Jannat, that door of Jannat, that door of Jannat. Abu Bakr now says, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, although it's not necessary, but is there anybody who will be able to enter from any of all these doors? Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, yes. And I'm hopeful you the one. You will be the one. One day Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam is saying there's certain amal if you do on the day of Jumu'ah, then there's certain fazail for it. Who did this amal? Abu Bakr now. And they swear him. They swear Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anh. They swear Ma'aisha radiallahu anha. So a people who got iman, can a mu'min swear a sahabi? Right? So all these things of kufr, the zina, what they call muta, zina, what they call muta, is all kufriya things. And then they say that if a person commit muta one time, then he get this status. They give fazail for a person who commits zina. And then they say the imams are even higher than the Anbiya alayhimus salam. So all these filthy beliefs, a person who subscribes to that, can he be a Muslim? He's not a Muslim. So now this Shia, who are like worms within the ummah, no? They're like worms within the ummah. So when they get caught out with something, then they practice something that is called taqiyya. Taqiyya, in plain words, is lies. Now, I mean, people who don't even have a religion, for example, the Hindus, they don't have a religion. Right? Tamils, they don't have a religion. Baseless, totally man-made, all this idolatry, right? They don't have a religion. But if you ask them, is lies a good thing or a bad thing? They too will tell you lies is a bad thing. But the Shia say lies is a good thing. The more lies you speak, more sawab you get. Right? If you ask anybody, even an atheist, is it good to give anybody taklif? They tell you no. But in the Shia, whatever, dogma, whatever you want to call it, to give taklif, you get sawab. If you trouble a Muslim, you get sawab for it. You give a Muslim taklif, you get sawab. Now what kind of thinking is this? Right? So these Shias who are like worms within the ummah, when you question them, that okay, Shias believe in this, they believe in that. Now how can you say you say, no, I'm not that kind Shia. I'm a different kind Shia. So Baba, then why are you calling yourself Shia? Call yourself something else. join Ahlul Sunnah then, if you don't subscribe to all those beliefs. Why are you calling yourself Shia? So we can't believe them because we don't know when they're making taqiyya and when they're speaking the truth. You see, Jews, nobody can become a Jew. You have to be a born Jew, right? You can't become a Jew. You can't accept Jewish religion because they say they are a chosen people. Jannat is only for them. That's what they believe, right? So you can't become a Jew. You have to be a born Jew, right? So only they don't give da'wat to their religion. Jews, they don't invite to their religion. The Shia, they say that you must conceal your beliefs. Every person in any religion who has got confidence that salvation is in my deen, he wants everybody to come into that deen because you want everybody to get salvation. But they say, no. If you are asked, you must conceal your beliefs. You must conceal who you are. So how are you going to believe the person now? If he's saying he doesn't subscribe to those beliefs, he respects all the Sahaba known, he doesn't swear the Sahaba known, he believes the Quran Sharif is complete, he doesn't believe in this muta, he reads the same kalima as us, he believes there's 5 namazes. If he believes all this, then why is he calling himself Shia? He must call himself Sunni then. Understand? So what happens today's time is we got diplomacy, this, like political diplomacy. So if now they say, no, we can't call all these people kafir and all that now, because we don't know what they believe in. So we're not calling any individual kafir. What we're saying is anybody who said that they follow Shia, then they are out of the fold of Islam, because these beliefs can't be accepted in our deen. Now if he says that no, but I don't believe in that and I don't believe in this, by just between you and Allah Pak. Right? But we say that the Shia are out, they are not Muslim. Shia can't be Muslim. Now today's time there are a lot of things happening. Right? You see sometime the Shia, if you study their history, they always wormed their way into the corridors of leadership. Right? You must read the history. Don't just take my word for it. Go and read it up and see how they operate. Right? Now when they get there, they got prominence. Then they start exposing their filth slowly. Then they start inviting their you can't call them scholars. Scholar is somebody with knowledge. You can't call them scholars, but they call they people who also subscribe to this. And slowly, this person will be giving a talk somewhere, that person will be giving a talk somewhere, this person will be doing something there. And in the talk, they will talk very flowery and very emotional. And unfortunately, we have become emotional beings. We're not worried about what Allah wants from us. We're worried about how I felt in the talk. We're not worried about how much amal I'm making. We're worried about how it touched me. We're so full of ourselves, it's all only about me. And their talks are only about me. About the nafs. Make you smile, make you cry. So you get very, what the thing, you go like that. You get carried away. So they have this kind of things, and they come in the form of sheikhs of tasawwuf. A lot of them. So you must be very, very careful. They start having one program somewhere in one businessman's house. Then you get a little bit friends, call them friends over, and slowly. But in there the poisons start coming. Then they'll speak ill of Sayyidina Muawiyah radiallahu anhu. See, they won't tackle Abu Bakr down first. They'll start here down. But what they're doing, they open the door for you to start pointing finger at Sahaba now. And Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam closed that door. You can't point finger, you can't talk ill of any Sahabi. Right? Then what happens? You get the girls, they get involved with the foreigners. They get involved with foreigners, or sometimes they get involved in the university. Now therefore say, no, that I'm Shia. Now the girl, she's madly in love with him now, she wants to get married. So now she said, no, he is a Shia, but he's not that Shia. Baba, we say to a Shia or Shia, man. What are you getting involved with Shia? How you know he's not lying to you, he's not making taqiyah? How you going to know? So this is also happening where they are infiltrating families like this. And then they're infiltrating podiums like this. And their literature sometimes comes away. And on the internet, that is the worst place you can look is on the internet. Most times when you Google something about Islam, a Shia site will come up first. Shia sites come up. First they start talking bad, about Sayyidina Muawiyah radiyallahu anhu, and slowly they start going into worse things. And because we don't have proper knowledge, we are not, we don't have rusukh, and sometimes we get carried away with these things. But we must understand that a Shia is not a Muslim. Anybody who subscribes to those kind of beliefs, he is out of the fold of Islam. There's no question about it. You can confidently say the person who subscribed, the person who says the Quran Sharif is incomplete, Allah is telling you, I have perfected your deen, I have completed your deen. Now that fellow is claiming to know more than Allah. He is claiming to know more than Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In other words, he is saying Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, wa na'udhu billah is a failure. And Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam is saying the Sahaba are my stars, you follow them, any of them you'll be guided. They are swearing the Sahaba. They are saying Sahaba all wa na'udhu billah became kuffar. So how can they be Muslim? So we must never get caught up in this. Don't even doubt it, bhai. You must confidently know that they are not Muslim. With confidence you must know that they are not Muslim. Anybody who subscribes to those kind of beliefs, they are out of the fold of Islam. And a person who's calling himself Shia, and then he's saying, but I don't subscribe to this and I don't. I say, Baba, see, if you calling yourself Shia, then you're subscribing to these things what the Shias subscribe to. If you saying you don't subscribe, then do you believe in taqiyah? Now how we know you speak in truth, you speak in lies? So you, instead of calling yourself Shia, make tawbah, read kalima properly and become Sunni. Because you're saying you don't subscribe to all that. So then say that you are a Sunni, you're not a Shia. Recently one lady, on the social media, apparently she's very, very famous, got so much followers and bloggings and I don't know what and what they do on the social media. Allah protect us. But somebody told me that now so many Muslims are following her. Not on Islamic thing, but like all, whatever other things, whatever she is posting, I don't know. Now she's, say, no, I need to make a confession to all my followers and all my this, that. And then she says, no, I'm a Shia. But then she says, but now I don't believe in all those things and everything. My only belief is that I felt that Sayyidina Ali should have been the first Khalifa. So now all these bloggers and all these floggers and all who want to follow all this nonsense, so now they'll make excuse for her too, because they want to carry on with these things. Say, no, she's not like that. How you know she's not telling lies? And on what ground she got the authority to say that Ali must be first Khalifa? So whether it's Asi, whether it's whoever, right? If they are talking nonsense about Sahaba radiallahu anhu, and they are claiming that they are Shia and all that, must know they got nothing to do with Deen Islam. Right? The person called himself Shia, he's not a Muslim. If he says that he don't subscribe to all that, then he must make tawbah and say that he is a Sunni Muslim, finish. Understand? So we mustn't be confused about it. There's no Sunni Shia bye-bye and all those things. Yeah, Shia bye-bye. Carry on. Carry on, bye. Lakum deenukum waliya deen. We have our own deen, you have your own deen. Allah Ta'ala protect our iman. We don't look down on anybody. Understand? We make dua for them to Allah give them hidayat. Allah remove the dalalat and give them hidayat. But we have to know these things. So we don't, today a lot of people are getting caught up. We must know that our belief system is different their belief system is different. Allah Pak give us tawfiq. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.